Everybody's Jeff with Fle Fly, and today I have definitely got something going for you that you have never seen me do before. We get asked all the time to try to do more stuff for people that have to fish off the bank, and I can promise you I'm dressed up in waders today, and you can see the muddy water behind me. You can see my buddy Brady over there. He's fishing. This is his pattern that he was nice enough to share with me. I've got a crappie hung up here that I'm going to try to get hung up out of this stump. But I wanted to start the live feed while I tried to get this crappie out of this stump. And I want to talk to you about what we're doing here and how we're catching our fish, because this is a pattern that a lot of you guys can do. You want to learn how to crappie fish from the bank. This is definitely a pattern that you can take advantage of, and we're going to walk over here and talk to Brady about how long he's been doing this, what he uses, how he fishes, and we're going to get the scoop. Now I'm standing out here in the water, y'all. So I am going to try to get this crappie unhung from this tree. My hands are wet. All I need to do is drop my phone in the water right here, and we'll have us a big old mess. But I'm going to turn this around and see if I can get this crappie in. Okay, I dropped my rod down in the middle down in here in this crack, and he's stuck in a limb down there, and I haven't hardly been able to get him around. There he come loose. I don't know if you can see him or not, but I'm having a heck of a time getting that string out of that, from around that tree. He's been on there a little while, but I'm going to swing him over here, and I'm going to talk to Brady. Brady will take him off, and I'm going to show you guys the stringer that we have, and I'm going to show you how we're wade fishing these crappie. It is a mud hole out here, but we're having a good time. Just look at this kind of stuff that we're fishing. Again, this is Brady Fenton. Tell everybody hi, bud.
How y'all doing?
So Brady is a golf course superintendent there in Tulsa, and he's been a good friend of mine for many years. And we grew up in high school together and wrestled together and fished together and all that good stuff. And he invited me to come out here, and he said he'd been catching a lot of fish on crappie kickers with bubblegum lure flavor. And I'm just going to show you how we're doing this. The fishing's a little slower than it has been, but Brady's really been sacking them up. And look at this stringer of fish we've caught right here. There's nothing wrong with that in the world. So all we're doing is we're going out here and we're dabbling these crappie kickers around these stumps. There's some really nice crappie on there. So stick with us, and we're going to talk about how we're crappie fishing from the bank. Let's let Brady put that fish on there. Does anybody have any questions while Brady's putting that fish on there? We got about 50 people with us right now, and we appreciate everybody watching the videos at Fle Fly. And he's going to get that tied up there. And that fish was caught around here in this set of stumps, these 3 stumps right here. And what we've done is we've walked around this cove and dabbling the crappie kickers in the stumps. So Brady, tell everybody kind of how long you've been doing this.
We started wade fishing a long time ago when I didn't have a boat, and decided, a couple 3 weeks ago we started coming in here, and last week, they were about a foot deep. They've moved out a little bit now and slowed down, but pretty much wherever we'd find them, we'd work our way in and out and come back and forth and bounce it off the floor a couple inches, and moving them back and forth, just doing a 180 pattern. And then if we didn't get them right there, we'd take a step forward and do it again to find out exactly where they were. And it's a lot of fun, man. When you have them thump you, you know they're on. So
okay, now let's see what you're using. He's been pretty partial to one color. We've got he's got a Buster Brown, 2.5-inch Buster Brown, and he pours his own heads, and he's got a bright orange head on that 2.5-inch Buster Brown. That's what he's been using today. And if I can get my rod going here, I am using a firecracker with a pink head, and we're just easing around this water. And it's amazing to me is that he's swimming these baits out here in this water, this open water. We're catching them around stumps, but we're also catching them just swimming the crappie kickers around in this open water right here. So we've already walked through here, and I've enjoyed myself. I had a few hours to fish. I'm going to fish. We're going to try to do another live feed with my friend Mark McGuire down here tomorrow on crappie fishing. So you'll want to make sure to tune into that. And I'm going to walk over here, and I'm using a B&M pole, and I'm using a 3/16 firecracker, a 3/16 big eye jig head, and I'm just bouncing that around these stumps, and hopefully we can get something to bite. We've already walked through here and we've caught our fish around these stumps, but we could have had some more move in, and this is really exciting. I mean, you get bit like this wading out here in this water. This is a lot of fun. So I snapped off a real nice fish right here around this stump right before I caught that one, and you can see we just got long rods. This is actually a spider rigging rod that I broke the tip off of, and it's about 12 inches long now, or 12 feet long instead of 14 feet long, and we can't get all the way out there, those stumps, so we're just moving that crappie kicker around and slapping it a little bit, letting that vibration of that lure try to create a strike. This water is really, really muddy, and we'll just keep working our way around here. That's what happened to me when I caught my last fish. I went around these stumps like this, and he smacked me and got me wrapped up, and then I broke a good one off right before I hooked that one. So does anybody have any questions about this? I'll try to answer some questions when I'm out here doing this. The crappie are spawning. The water temperature is about 65 degrees. You can see Brady, he's over there hitting that stump. And like I said, one of the cool things is catching some of these crappie out here just swimming out. Now there's stumps all over this mud bottom, and I'm sure that there's crappie relating to these stumps that we can't see. So again, just swimming the crappie kicker around, hoping we find an active fish somewhere out here. And we'll just walk our way back around to this other set of stumps, fishing real slow. He's using a different color than I'm using. I've picked up a few fish behind him. He's caught most of the fish. He's been out ahead of me and caught some fish. And then there was people fishing here when we got here, so they've been hammered pretty hard. But this is pretty simple fishing, and this is public land. You can do this. You can come down and fish stumps and willow trees and stuff like this. We're in kind of eastern Oklahoma, Lake Eufaula, biggest lake we have here in Oklahoma, about 120,000 surface acres. It is muddy, but it is a crappie factory, and there's a lot of crappie here. So, you know, if you've got a place around you that's got some shallow stumps in it, and you don't like casting to them, and you can get out and wade, around them, especially if the water's murky or muddy. You'll be really productive instead of trying to cast to everything all the time. But you know, you need to be careful. You need to know your water. And Brady gave me a good tip. He said, you know, when you walk out in the water, Jeff, he said, you need to let your line down. Keep letting your line down to see where your closest drop off is. So that'll keep you from walking out into holes. So you want to make sure that you do that. I'm going to walk back around this way to where I caught a couple fish earlier. You want to go around there?
Hit that Christmas tree over there.
Hit the Christmas tree on our way back around. Guys, let's ask them some questions. Tell us where you're from. We always like to know where you're watching from. We love it when you go fishing with us. Let us know what state you're from, if you guys are crappie fishing around there. You guys want me to shut this thing off, or do you want me to keep it going? You want to walk around here and fish this next set of stumps? Let's see some likes. Let's see some blue thumbs roll across that screen if you want to see me and Brady keep going. Well, there they're starting. It looks like we've got some people that want to see us keep fishing. Yeah. Man, that sun is out and bright. I'm gonna just kind of bear with us, y'all. There he is. Look at there. Oh, he come off, but we got him on video. There you go. I wish we would have got him in, but Brady smacked him right there. And how deep is that, Brady?
That's
show them how deep that water is. Reel down to your rod tip to where it is. Let's show everybody how deep that was.
12 inches.
12 inches of water. He hooked that fish. You just saw him hook it right there in 12 inches. So that fish had moved back up on that stump since we'd fished it last. I'm gonna try to. I got a little bit.
Hopefully we'll get a couple more over there.
I got a little bit longer rod, and I'm gonna try to get out here to this stump and hold on to this phone and keep from killing myself and dropping everything in the water here. So this filming and fishing, I wished I could use something. Eventually there'll be technology where I can strap this thing to my hat and my chest or something, but the problem is I can't see the comments, and we have so many people that leave good comments and want to ask questions while we're out here doing this. There's a big drop off. So I'm still good. I'm just kind of feeling my way out to this stump right here. And I'm going to reel up just a little bit. So I'm about 4 foot deep. And boy, I tell you what, when them big old crappies smack you guys, this is so exciting to feel that big thump. Just whop, they just lay into it. So a lot of times I've been kind of bringing it up and down. There was a stump laying beside that somewhere right in there, and I've had a couple hits just holding it still and just giving it I call that a kind of a vibration jerk. That's what Mark talks about, is creating a vibration by just slapping that string against your rod tip, slapping that bait, creating a vibration under the water. And this muddy water really helps those fish find that bait. You know, fish of all species feel vibrations, and if you can create some vibrations to attract your fish, that's what you're trying to do. Now, we haven't been out here very long. We got down here at about, I don't know, about 3:30 today. It's Central Time. It's 5:30. We've been out here for 2 hours. Brady's been catching over 50 fish, up to 100 fish a day, and it's kind of winding down at the end of the spawn a little bit, and we've had some rain and the water's cooled off a little bit. And it hasn't been quite as good as it. Oops. Hit something. I don't know if I hit something or dropped it on a limb down there or what, but I'm going to move on around to the next set of stumps, and if we don't catch anything, I'm going to shut the live feed off, and we'll do it again tomorrow, hopefully. But this is the kind of stuff that we have requests for all the time. People wanting to see us catch fish from the bank. They don't have boats, and they want to know about opportunities on how to catch fish. And we caught that big stringer of crappie doing this. We just walked around. We just came from where the trucks are over there, over to where that beaver dam is on the bank. So I'm gonna keep going here. Try to get over in another set of stumps where I caught a couple. We've still got a pretty good audience. We've still got 70-something people with us. And I'd like to catch a big old Slabosaurus real fast. I gotta change hands. That thing's killing me. Okay, we've got another set of stumps right up here. We're gonna walk over here and see if we can pull one out of that. There's Brady with his stringer of crappie. I'm telling you, this works, and this is a lot of fun, y'all. All right, I'm gonna
fish these up here.
Okay, Brady's gonna go up there and fish those stumps, and I'm gonna fish these two right here. And if we don't catch a fish, I'm just gonna shut it down and probably recap again on what we're doing to catch our fish. But it's pretty simple, guys. We've got long jigging poles, crappie kickers, and we're just going around the stumps, and we're just kind of swimming around the open water. And the reason that this is working for us right here today is because the water's muddy. These fish are up in really shallow water, and clear water is a lot harder to fish for spawning crappie when you're in shallow water like this. You need to keep that in mind. And there's plenty of places in this country where there's shallow stumps and shallow mud flats and whatnot where you can get out here and jig around these stumps and try to catch a fish. And boy, they will flat lay into you when you get bit.
Jeff, you may talk to them about not moving the feet too much and murking up the water even more. Once you get set, kind of stay set.
Okay, that's some good tips. Brady says something that he tries to do is not move his feet too much. When he's walking down to these stumps, he's being kind of cautious, kind of quiet, and he's not murkying up the water any worse. He's just kind of trying to sneak up on it in the natural setting, and you don't have to just sit here and beat this thing up forever and ever. If there's an active crappie around that stump, you're going to catch him on the first two or three laps around it. So I didn't get one there. So I'm going to swim my crappie kicker over this next set of stumps. And I really enjoy this. I like the exercise. I like to get out here and feel the water and do something different than casting for them all the time and being in a boat. And this is about as fun as it gets for bank fishing for me right here. This is a good time. I sure wish I would have brought my handle for my phone today, because this thing's starting to hurt my hand holding it like this. Hey, we get asked all the time, where can you buy these products? Guys, I tell you over and over, I feel guilty I tell you so much, but you can find these products or find a dealer at flefly.com. We have our products available at Bass Pro Shops, Walmart.com, Cabela's. We're hoping to get some products into Academy. If you want to see our products in Academy, you need to start asking your store managers and your department managers for them. You guys, the fishermen, have been the ones that have opened up a lot of new doors for us this year, because you're going in and asking for Fle Fly, crappie kickers, and go-go minnows, and we really appreciate that. And that really helps you guys, because you have access to our products without having to pay shipping on them. And you know, it's a good deal for everybody, because that dealer knows that people are gonna buy the products. If they come in asking for them, he knows that they're gonna probably buy them. So we do appreciate everybody that goes in and asks a dealer or a department manager for Fle Fly or Team Catfish products, and it does make a difference. And I can tell you that those stores, they have to hear from people like you about stocking the product. I can't go in and stock the products for anybody. These stores are very particular about what they order and what they put on their shelf, and they're there to make money and they're there to sell products. And if you go in and ask for them continuously, and you have your friends ask for them, and there creates a demand, it won't be long and people will start stocking them. So Brady's moved on down to this point. I'm gonna walk out of here and go catch up with him. Again, if you guys want to find our products, you can find them at flefly.com. Amazon has a go-go minnows and crappie kickers. Some of that stuff has free shipping. We have great independent dealers around the country that sell our stuff. And this last pattern that we're on right here was something that really surprised me, but Brady says he catches a lot of crappie swimming his jig on a little rocky bank out here. And boy, there is absolutely nothing out here to attract a crappie. In my opinion, it just must be a travel route, something that Brady's been able to isolate and fish, and figured out that the crappie will show up. I don't know if they're showing up out of the main lake as they move up into this cove to spawn, or what's going on, but this is the first crappie that I caught here. I was just out here in the wide open, just swimming my firecracker crappie kicker, and ka-chomp, he smacked it good. I'm going to get out here by Brady, and we're going to look at the fish again, and we'll fish for another minute or two, and then I'm going to shut it down. And Brady and I do appreciate you guys going wading with us today. That's a lot of fun for us to take you guys fishing and show you these new techniques. And I got to get the bank fishermen off my back a little bit. You guys are wearing me out with bank fishing questions, and you know, there's just a lot of people that don't have a boat. So we will continue to try to do things that bank fishermen can do and people can get to on a public place. I can feel, this is the first place that I've been in here, and I can feel the rocks under my feet. And what is this? Why is this?
That's one reason I like wading. You can feel what kind of firmness. It's not, you know, if you're in too much mud, or you know, they like those gravelly areas to come in and spawn. We kind of came on this just because that was a gravelly spot over there, and then just came working this way, and we just work this point back and forth, and we'll fish an area, then we'll take a step out, and then do a 180 again, do the vibration bump, swim it, and bump it off the ground, or off the floor of the lake. It's been really slow this afternoon compared to how it's been, but it's a good time anyway.
Oh yeah, let's see the crappie again. Show them up for the people that just joined us. Yeah, look at there. We got a nice mess of crappie out here doing this, guys. And I'm going to ask Brady about one more thing here. There's some nice crappie on there too. Brady, I get asked all the time, does the bubblegum lure flavor work?
Absolutely. It's right here. It's always in my pouch. So, yeah. Get a hold of this, man. I would swear by it. When we've been down here catching, you know, 3 to 1 compared to other people that aren't using it. So, it's an excellent product.
Well,
mine's almost empty. I got the other bottle in the truck, so.
All right. Well, guys, I can smell it right now. He just pulled it out of his pouch and smell it. But that's how we caught our fish today. We really appreciate you guys watching our videos and going out here and going fishing with us. Whew, it's all there. And And that bubblegum lure flavor will stick to your soft plastics for 30 minutes to an hour with no problem on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Good stuff.
okay, guys, I'm going to shut her down. You can find these products you can find these products or a dealer at flefly.com. And I've jumped over and created a Facebook or a Instagram account now. So if you're on Instagram, find me at outdoorbrands.com or find us at Fle Fly. You can find us at Team Catfish. And for those of you that don't know, we have a huge following on Fle Fly YouTube, and there are over 100 videos that show people how to catch fish that are free to watch. So I appreciate everybody sticking with us today and going wade fishing. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch y'all later.